A Course in Miracles, a journey into love, forgiveness, and inner peace. Introduction: a different kind of spiritual path. A Course in Miracles is one of the most profound spiritual texts of the modern era. First published in 1976 and scribed by Helen Schucman with assistance from William Thetford, the book presents itself as a spiritual teaching designed to help people awaken to a deeper truth about themselves and the world. Unlike traditional religious texts that emphasize rules, rituals, or dogma, A Course in Miracles focuses on a transformation of perception. Its central teaching is simple yet revolutionary. The greatest miracle we can experience is a shift from fear to love. The Course teaches that our everyday experience of conflict, suffering, and separation arises from mistaken thinking. It suggests that beneath the surface of the world we see lies a deeper spiritual reality, a reality rooted in unity, peace, and divine love. The purpose of the Course is not to change the world externally, but to change the way we see it. When perception changes, everything changes. The structure of the Course. A Course in Miracles is divided into three main parts. The text, explaining the philosophy and spiritual principles behind the teachings. The workbook for students, 365 daily lessons designed to train the mind. The manual for teachers, guidance for those who wish to live and share the teachings. Together, these three sections form a complete spiritual training program aimed at helping individuals experience inner peace and awaken to their true nature. The central idea, the illusion of separation. One of the most important ideas in A Course in Miracles is the concept of separation. According to the Course, humanity's deepest suffering stems from the belief that we are separate from God, from one another, and even from our own true nature. This belief in separation gives rise to fear, conflict, guilt, judgment, competition, loneliness. The Course teaches that this separation is not real, it is a misperception of the mind. In truth, it says, all beings remain connected within the love of God. The sense of separation is like a dream we have mistaken for reality. And just as a dream dissolves when we awaken, our perception of separation dissolves when we remember the truth of love. The ego and the voice of fear. A key concept in the Course is the ego. The ego represents the voice of fear in the mind. It constantly reinforces the belief that we are separate individuals competing for survival in a dangerous world. The ego thrives on judgment, comparison, attack, defensiveness, guilt, pride. Its message is always the same: you are separate, vulnerable, and lacking. Because of this belief, the ego seeks to protect itself through control and conflict. But the Course explains that the ego's perception is fundamentally mistaken. What we believe to be threats from others are often reflections of our own fears. The ego keeps us trapped in cycles of blame and conflict. The Holy Spirit and the voice of love. Opposite the voice of the ego is another voice within the mind, the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit represents divine guidance, wisdom, and love. Where the ego sees conflict, the Holy Spirit sees opportunities for healing. Where the ego sees enemies, the Holy Spirit sees brothers and sisters. Where the ego sees guilt, the Holy Spirit sees innocence. The Course teaches that every moment presents us with a choice between these two voices. The voice of fear, ego. The voice of love, Holy Spirit. Our peace depends on which voice we choose to follow. The miracle, a shift in perception. In everyday language, the word miracle often refers to supernatural events. But in A Course in Miracles, the definition is different. A miracle is simply a shift in perception from fear to love. For example, when we choose forgiveness instead of resentment, that is a miracle. When we choose compassion instead of judgment, that is a miracle. When we choose understanding instead of anger, that is a miracle. These shifts may seem small, but the Course teaches that they have enormous spiritual power. Each miracle dissolves a little more of the illusion of separation. Each miracle brings us closer to the truth of love. Forgiveness, the heart of the teaching. Perhaps the most powerful theme in A Course in Miracles is forgiveness. But the Course redefines forgiveness in a unique way. Traditional forgiveness often means overlooking someone's wrongdoing. But the Course teaches that true forgiveness goes deeper. It suggests that what we perceive as attacks from others often arise from fear and misunderstanding. When we forgive, we recognize that beneath all mistakes lies a shared innocence. Forgiveness does not deny pain or wrongdoing, it simply refuses to let those things define our perception of others. Through forgiveness, We release ourselves from the prison of resentment. And in that release, we experience peace. The workbook, Training the Mind. One of the most practical aspects of A Course in Miracles is the workbook for students. The workbook contains 365 lessons, one for each day of the year. Each lesson is simple but powerful. Some examples include: I am determined to see things differently. I could see peace instead of this. I am not a victim of the world I see. Love holds no grievances. I choose the joy of God instead of pain. These lessons are designed to gradually retrain the mind. Instead of reacting automatically with fear or judgment, the student learns to pause, reflect, and choose love. Over time, this practice can transform how we experience the world. The world as a mirror of the mind. Another profound idea in the Course is that the world we see often reflects the state of our own minds. If our mind is filled with fear, we perceive threats everywhere. If our mind is filled with love, we perceive opportunities for connection. The Course suggests that changing the world begins with changing our perception. Instead of trying to control external events, we learn to transform our inner experience. This shift brings a surprising realization. Peace does not depend on circumstances, it depends on perception. Relationships as spiritual classrooms. The Course places special emphasis on relationships. Rather than seeing relationships as sources of conflict or dependency, the Course describes them as spiritual classrooms. Every relationship presents opportunities to practice forgiveness, compassion, and understanding. Difficult relationships, in particular, can become powerful teachers. They reveal the places in our minds where healing is needed. When we bring forgiveness into relationships, they become vehicles for spiritual growth. The Course calls these holy relationships fear and love, the two fundamental emotions. According to A Course in Miracles, every human emotion can ultimately be traced to one of two sources: fear or love. Fear arises from the belief in separation. Love arises from the recognition of unity. All forms of anger, jealousy, guilt, and anxiety stem from fear. All forms of kindness, compassion, joy, and peace stem from love. The spiritual journey described in the Course is simply the process of moving from fear to love. The practice of inner stillness. Although the Course does not prescribe specific meditation techniques, it emphasizes the importance of quieting the mind. When the mind becomes still, the voice of the Holy Spirit becomes easier to hear. In that stillness, we discover something remarkable. Beneath all our thoughts and worries lies a deep peace. The Course calls this the peace of God. This peace is not something we must create, it is something we rediscover when the noise of the ego fades. Awakening from the dream. One of the most poetic teachings in A Course in Miracles is the idea that the world we experience is like a dream. Not in the sense that it does not exist, but in the sense that our interpretation of it is shaped by the mind. The Course suggests that awakening spiritually is similar to waking from a dream. As we release fear and judgment, we begin to see reality more clearly. The world that once seemed threatening becomes a place filled with opportunities for love. Living the message of the Course. Ultimately, A Course in Miracles is not meant to be merely studied, it is meant to be lived. Its teachings encourage us to practice forgiveness, compassion, humility, patience, gratitude, kindness. These qualities are not simply moral ideals, they are pathways to inner freedom. The more we embody them, the more peaceful our lives become. The journey toward inner peace. The Course reminds us that spiritual awakening is not about becoming perfect. It is about becoming willing. Willing to see differently. Willing to forgive. Willing to let love guide our perception. Each small step in that direction brings greater peace. Conclusion: remembering who we truly are. The message of A Course in Miracles can ultimately be summarized in a single idea. Love is our true nature. Fear, conflict, and separation are illusions created by mistaken thinking. When we choose forgiveness and compassion, we begin to remember the truth of who we are. We are not isolated individuals struggling in a hostile world. We are expressions of a deeper divine love that connects all beings. As the Course gently reminds us, the goal of the spiritual journey is not to become something new. It is to remember what we have always been. And when that remembrance dawns, the miracles begin. Peace replaces conflict. Understanding replaces judgment. Love replaces fear. And in that transformation, we discover the miracle that has been waiting within us all along.